And Lakesh and Veritas, everyone, with honor, respect, and gratitude. This event, your energy, health, be responsible with empowering solutions. Our allies are trees. So I'd like to start by raising the vibration in this space that we're in now by calling for the highest possible vibration and calling forth the truth to come forward into our discussion today, so that we may see the truth in all that we see, so that we may hear the truth in all that we hear, and so that we may speak the truth in all that we say. Shall we be in that frequency of truth, and shall we have nothing but the truth? Shall we call for the power divine feminine to bring balance back into our world, showing us the way through honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power divine feminine to bring balance back into our world, showing us the way through honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the power divine feminine to bring balance back into our world, showing us the way through honor, respect, and gratitude? Shall we call for the highest possible vibration, calling for the highest possible vibration, calling for the highest possible vibration? I now ask that everyone take a sip of water and ask for the water to hydrate our brains and bodies. Water is the medium that holds memory and will assist in the flow of the information that we share with us together this evening on Clubhouse. Now, shall we now take a deep breath in, bringing in peace, and release and exhaling, let everything else out. Take another deep breath in, bringing in joy and gratitude, and exhale out. And another deep breath in, bringing in life into our bodies, and exhale, releasing all that does not serve us. And Lakesh and Veritas, everyone, I call forth the oneness and truth of the information shared by each and every one of us on this call, calling in that frequency of truth and all that is truth, with honor, respect, and gratitude to you all. And for those who are unfamiliar with the term, the greeting en Lakesh is the Mayan greeting for oneness, signifying unity, where everything and everyone are interconnected. And it is the idea of community where we can share with one another ideas, goals, and aspirations. And veritas is a Latin word for truth, to see the truth in all things. So therefore, en Lakesh and Veritas is that declaration of oneness and truth in which we are clearing our spaces, the space we're in now, so that we may be able to bring forth a truthful, elevated, and enlightened discussion this evening, clearing away those ill thoughts that we tend to pick up and carry with us from our everyday life experiences. Remember, our words have power. So it is important that we use our words carefully, using words to uplift, encourage, and enlighten. By doing so as a collective, will help to transform our spaces and places into higher frequencies that would result in better experiences in our lives and assist in raising the vibration of those who we meet. So, en Lakesh and Veritas, everyone, with honor, respect, and gratitude. And I like for everyone to again hold your water in your hands, and with intention in mind, send the frequency of en Lakesh to your water. Then take a sip of your water, thereby assisting in through signaling and incorporating the elevated frequency of en Lakesh into the cells of our bodies. And utilizing this technique will assist in the ease and flow of the information that we share this evening. So, en Lakesh and Veritas, everyone, with honor, respect, and gratitude. All right. I would like to start with asking, has anyone seen the movie Sound of Freedom? This movie is a very good movie, very interesting, and I just wanted to relay that it's getting a lot of pushback um, from the media indiscriminately by canceling tickets purchased from the theater, return refunded tickets without the request or notification of the person who purchased the tickets, lights being left on in the theater while the movie is running, alarms going off in the middle of the movie so people can't see the entire movie. And most of these mishaps have been reported to occur at the AMC theater. And these reports were presented on TikTok. So I encourage you to take the time to watch the movie in theaters. It's still out in theaters, but to try to see if you can see it at a non-AMC theater. It was very, very good. So apparently Elon Musk is promoting the movie and would like to present it on Twitter, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out, and I don't know what his angle or agenda is. So we shall see. So let me describe what the movie's about. It's about human trafficking and specifically child sex trafficking. And it's a true story where a gentleman by the name of Tim Ballard, initially working as a special agent for Homeland Security Human Trafficking Division, who left his position and went on a quest to save children that were living in South America and in the movie, specifically Honduras, and where these children were being purchased by pedophiles here in the United States, and he later founded the organization Operation Underground Railroad. So the movie was very good. The only objection I had was that he was portrayed as the great white hope, the great white savior, and all the bad guys, the people that were in the movie stealing the children, exchanging, were people of color, black and brown. And don't get me wrong, Tim Ballard, I applaud him for doing this, helping to save the children. But let us not forget that there are plenty of other people that are involved, particularly the elitists, such as Jeffrey Epstein, who's deep into this type of crime. And there are other people who are black and brown that are working to try to save these children. So they report that human trafficking generates the greatest revenue in crime, bigger than drug trafficking, because you can resell a child for sex, but you can't resell drugs. And there was another interview I saw with Cindy McCain, the wife of former Senator John McCain. He passed away, but she stated, and it's a recent interview, she stated that we all knew about Jeffrey Epstein and he was hiding in plain sight. Says, but there was no one who was willing to go after him. Probably had a lot of dirt on people. But who believes? Apparently he hung himself in prison, in a prison cell. Who believes that? I believe he's somewhere in a bunker on either on the moon or on Mars, because they have all those excursions, going to the moon at least. And I'm sure they have some kind of bunker out there. And then we didn't even get to talk about organ trafficking. This also falls under human trafficking. And there are reports of when there was that big hurricane in Haiti that affected Haiti several years back, that the children that were reported to have been rescued by various agencies were actually subjected to organ trafficking. I know this information is pretty deep, and if you do your research, you'll find the information for yourself. Does anybody have any comments regarding this? Yeah, it's pretty deep. So, more on the news front and switching topics a bit, let's talk about AirPods. Earpods. So, these devices were designed to have a wireless experience connecting to your electronic devices, whether it's your iPhone or Android phone, iPad, tablet, laptop, computer, or desktop. And we talked several weeks ago about the exposures to EMFs. So they generate what they call pulse electromagnetic frequency waves, and they're shorter waves today with the 5G compared to the 4G, the lower G levels. And bottom line, they're propagating these waveforms. If you have them in your ear, where are these waveforms being propagated? Into your head, interacting with your brain. So side effects of the EMFs include anxiety, headaches, disorientation, depression, failure to sleep, elevated blood pressure, and a myriad of problems, which can be unassuming, and you would never think that it's due to an EMF changes. We talked about the smart meters being placed outside of our home, our bedroom doors in our homes. and they're being placed without us knowing that they're being placed or replaced by the analog devices. These can affect our physiology, like our immune system. There are reports that show an increase in cancer rates, particularly when there's continuous EMF exposure. They believe that this may be the cause of the death of Johnny Cochran, the attorney who represented O.J. Simpson in the O.J. Simpson case. And he was reported to have had his cell phone glued to his ears. And he ended up getting a severe malignant brain tumor, brain cancer, which he eventually passed away from. So if you notice, they're now designing many of our devices as wireless devices by creating only a single port on our electronics, such as on our smartphones, basically promoting you to become wireless, when you want to connect your headphones, let's say, or you want to charge the phone, and do something else. They're only creating one port under the guise that it's waterproof. you know so what are some of the things that we can do to reduce the amount of EMF frequency waves to our head? Well, one way um, is by using wired headphones. And I know today, people, it's the young kids that love that wireless headphones. They think it's cool. The young people going to the gym using it, it's like a fashion staple. But I recently was watching a podcast, and they're stating that the wired headphones are now coming back into vogue. So hopefully we can promote that to our children, to our young people. And our children are very much affected by these devices, especially the young children, based on the convenience of a wireless device. Our phones hold a lot of electromagnetic frequencies. And we have a lot of smartphones. We use them constantly every day. So things that we can do to reduce the EMFs, encourage limiting the use of them at night, putting them on airplane mode, moving them 6 feet away from our bed when we're going to sleep. There are pouches that we can use to purchase, the AMRA deal, that can be used to place our device in that will still receive signals if you still want to get calls in the middle of the night. You're concerned about getting calls. And switching from a wireless headphone device to a wired device using adapters. They had the air tubes that really reduced the amount of EMFs to the head, but they didn't work too well. It was hard to hear. So if you want to reduce, do something, or just use a speaker. And that's what I mainly do when I use my phone. So there are plenty of studies that show that 5G can cause significant health issues. And what we now need to do, we need to take steps to protect our children and guide them to see what steps they can take to protect themselves. And it's interesting, my daughter, made the statement of what many of the young people are saying is that I'm here for a good time, not for a long time. And that's pretty morbid. And this is so sad because they're pretty much stating that they're in agreement with the self-destructive behaviors that exist today, rather than figuring out solutions to preserve our race and our species and to live longer, healthier, feeling good. So can we do to shift this way of thinking in our children, our young people? Any other comments?
Yes, and Location Veritas on expecting gratitude.
And my question, Veritas, honor, respect, and gratitude.
Yes, I was just
Serenia.
speaking. I was just speaking with my children about this when I saw them this past weekend, and they were all kind of like starting to reuse the wired headphones. They kind of use them too. They
Mhm.
had already had all of the devices, the those wireless pod, ear pod
Mhm.
things, and then they had bought that what is that thing that three-dimensional kind of thing that they play games with and all of that kind of stuff. And I remember speaking to them about it because I remember when the wireless stuff came out and I had gotten some. I didn't. It was a gift to me, and
Mhm.
I just couldn't tolerate it. Just even for a second, I just started. I felt dizzy. I felt headachy, and it just didn't agree with my energy. And so
Mhm.
I had spoken with them about it, and they said they understand. But I think that resonance about what's going on in the environment encourages them to do it because we had another topic that I was speaking with my sister about today about how people are with the hair and everybody's wearing the hair pieces, the wigs and the eyelashes and the nails, and it's almost like they all look alike. It's kind of like a clone effect or something. So I think people were just doing things out of, like for imitation's sake or because they want to be part of the crowd or whatever. So clearing, with the clearing, we can clear them. And as we improve ourselves, and it's going to help them as well. But
Mhm.
clearing the environment will help all of the people to maybe able to see a little bit more clearly.
Yes, I agree. Clearing the environment, energetic clearings to help them see more clearly. It's kind of like, we've got to help them and prevent them from becoming lost into these behaviors, saving our race pretty much. Any other comments? So, lastly, I wanted to talk about the trees. So, and how they're our allies and how we can benefit from them. The trees exist on the earth for millions and millions of years and have given us so much, given humans so much on this earth. They give us the oxygen that we breathe. They clean the air and filter out the water. They protect us against floods and water pollution, even like the slow storm surges and flooding of our cities. They provide shade and cool our cities by like 10%, 10 degrees, which can help prevent heat related deaths, particularly in the urban areas. They provide materials for shelter. They bear fruit to feed us. They protect and dampen us from the EMFs that are around us. I mean, significantly. And then trees also ease the mind during stressful times. You know, um, has anyone sat down next to a tree and just be and listen to see what comes to your mind? The trees are connecting. I communicate with the trees. And when I meditate and connect with them, I start to think more clearly and I'm able to come up with solutions and resolve problems that that I have. So I encourage you to get your children to connect to the trees to see what they hear from what the trees are telling them. Listen to what they have to say. A single tree has lived for several generations. So they could probably, they not probably, they can tell us a lot about our ancestry. Just sit quietly and listen. Any comments?
I know for me, and look at your Veritas,
Yes,
unexpected gratitude. For me, I just feel peaceful. I know recently I was driving from this part of the country further north and east, and just driving through where all the trees were, there's just like and I always give them Invocation Veritas, as I'm driving,
Mhm,
give them appreciation and show oneness. And it's like, it's like they're singing a song. I was
mhm,
watching them, they were like waving, and it's like there's an appreciation. There's just like a sense of peace that I get when I'm driving and driving through a bunch of trees, a whole
Mm-hmm.
lots of trees, and especially as they're on the mountains and
Mm-hmm.
hillsides and things like it's just like I could just feel the protection, and I feel a lot of gratitude when I'm moving through there. It's like I feel like they're watching over me,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Yeah,
thankful.
yeah, that connection.
Hmm.
That connection, you could actually feel it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
and without them, I mean, we burn up. We wouldn't have any oxygen.
we
I mean,
wouldn't have the air. We
we'd
couldn't
be all
breathe.
messed up. Right?
They
Yeah,
find
where
us,
would our carbon dioxide go? Like where would
yeah,
our waste go?
or where our oxygen will come from. Yep.
Hmm. So
You
that's
know.
quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We take it for granted that they do what they do, and they shelter the animals and the
Mm-hmm.
birds, and then like you said, they provide shelter, and then they offer such beauty and
Yeah.
medicine and so many things. So I'm thankful for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. So I encourage you all the next time you're by a tree, just give it a hug. Send them the frequency of love and gratitude. It's all en Lakesh and oneness. Give them en Lakesh and Veritas, giving them honor, respect, and gratitude.
Fiddle Cash and Veritas with honor, respect, and gratitude.
En Lakesh and Veritas, honor, respect, and gratitude, Stacy.
So I'm so glad you're speaking about this. We moved into our new place, and the other day I was outside and I was in the grass, and then the tree was like, come, speak with me." And I was like, "Oh my goodness, of course!" So I went over to the tree, and it was just like, "You made it," and I was like, "I know, right? Make it." And they're like, "Welcome, welcome." And now we have work to do, but it was just so nice to have that confirmation and just for them to get the acknowledgement. It was just like, "Yes, I am here to acknowledge you because you make all the difference, and I know you are here to help us in so many different ways." So
Mhm.
it's so important, and I was so. It was just so nice to be there with the tree. It really was. And then the ants started running up, and I was like, "Wait, this is my time with the tree, not with you all." But
Yeah.
it was a nice welcome home kind of moment. So thank you for bringing it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It is. It's a wonderful feel. It's a peaceful. It is so peaceful when you connect to the tree. Any worries and everything, they'll take it on for you and give you a different perspective, the clarity, so that then, like, okay, it's not so bad. Let's keep moving. We got this. We got this. So thank you for sharing that, Stacy. I appreciate that. Any other comments? So I wanted to go over, we have a busy weekend coming up. I like to remind everyone of the virtual evolutionary book club scheduled this coming Friday, August 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hosted by Diane Annis of Enlica Studio One. And the book that's being reviewed is Camel Crazy by Christina Adams. Diane, are you there? Would you like to add any additional information regarding this book club event?
In Lakesh Veritas, with honor, respect, and gratitude.
And like Kesha Veritas, honor, respect, and gratitude.
I think it'll be a good conversation because camels are an interesting animal, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not something that we're very familiar with here, other than at the zoo. But they've been around for so long, and people have been drinking the camel milk forever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's rather interesting. This lady, her quest to find the camel milk to help her son with autism. And as she did that, she learned so much about the camels and all of the history behind them and the traditions. And, some of the camel people did not drink the camel milk or they did not want to sell it. And there's just a lot of good information. I think it'll be a nice discussion. So I hope everyone can join us.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
In the
Okay. How do
Kesha
you register?
Veritas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
register
You put,
on inlakeshstudio1.com.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the flyers on the front page, on the home page, and if you click on that, there's the registration. And then we'll be sending out the link that day.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you. Stephanie,
thank
I
you.
apologize. Thank you. Did you?
Oh no, in the Catching Veritas, honor, respect, and gratitude. I apologize. I didn't know that you all weren't finished speaking about the book club. I'm excited to actually read the book because I have been drinking the camel's milk now, I think going on 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been and I only drink half of the sachet per day.
Mm-hmm.
And I combine it with the Sun and Sea coffee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it
I
kind
do
of
that.
acts like a creamer.
Yes, I do that too.
Yeah. But it has greatly enhanced my thinking, my focus, cleared my brain fog, my mobility of my body is different.
Mm-hmm.
Just overall, everything. It it's been miraculous.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I highly recommend drinking this or, making this a part of your everyday diet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I also wanted to add, have you all recently seen the new rule about the light bulbs?
No.
So
Mm-hmm.
they've banned incandescent light bulbs in the United States. So they're no longer able to be sold. Like the regular screw-in incandescent light bulbs, you can only purchase the LED light bulbs.
Really?
And yes, and I think they made it effective yesterday. So what it does is the LEDs, they cause significant sickness in the body,
Yeah.
especially migraines.
Yeah.
So here is another ploy to make us sick and kill us,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and so we have got to call for the truth. We have really got to stand up and start speaking out and up and letting, people know what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And if we just lay back in passivity, they can continue to do what they're trying to do to us, and
Right.
we can put a stop to it. We have the power. There is so many of us compared to just them, and we can put a stop to what is taking place
Well,
by
we've got to
speaking
be like,
up.
right. We got to be the 100 monkey theory, the critical monkey theory, and keep propagating this frequency so that other people can see. Because I've
Exactly.
been saying this, and it's interesting because the same thing happened with during slavery. Plantation owner of 10 had 100 slaves, but the 100 slaves never did anything to the plantation owner. Yeah, I was
Exactly.
like, they could have just gone ahead and took over the whole house if they
Right.
band together.
Exactly. But
You
there
know.
was a level of fear there
Hmm.
that was greater than the power, and then we've been dumbed down to think that our word doesn't hold any weight,
Right.
doesn't hold any force or any power, and that is not true.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
We got to put a stop to this stuff. It is beyond understanding the constant barrage of things that they keep trying to do to us, and we're
Well,
just sitting here. We've got to stand up.
I know we've got to. Some of our young people are standing up. but we've got to be able to kind of address the thoughts of, the young people saying, I'm here to live, to have a good time, not to live a long time.
Right.
That's self-sabotaging. It's a self-sabotaging statement.
Exactly, because they feel they don't have any power
Right,
past what they can see and what they're being told, you
right,
know.
right,
So we got to ignite that fire in them again, to have longevity, because we
right.
came here to live long lives and enjoyable lives and abundant lives. But we're not doing that because we're just sitting back, allowing this group of people, just a group, a small group, to mandate and control what we do and what we think, how we feel, you know,
Hmm.
all of that. If you
Right.
just get up on your social media and record a video and say, we're not going to stand for this anymore, and there's a full plethora of people that start doing that, it's going to ignite a fire.
Yeah, it will. It will. I agree. I agree. So maybe,
You don't
we
have to
should.
say much, but you can let them know I'm not playing with you.
Right,
I'm
right.
tired of you trying to kill me. I'm
Hmm.
here to live.
Right, right.
I'm fired up about it because I looked at that and I was like, enough is enough with the
Hmm.
the charades and the games that they've been playing with our lives. It's
Hmm.
enough.
Yeah,
It's
I
enough.
agree.
And then they're using, they're putting a price tag on the energy that's free, that's coming to us from the sun. Who gave you the right to charge us for the free energy that nature provides for us?
I know, and then they want to block it so that then they can figure out how they could charge us probably to release the block, I guess, or to give us an alternative.
Yeah, it's just a full cycle game that they want to play.
Mm. Or
And
it's
we can
just,
play the game with them, but we can beat them.
yeah, we can. We can. We just have to believe
Implication.
the power. Just basically understand our power and know that
Yes.
we do have power in
Yes.
order to shift and change it.
We are super powerful. We're
Right,
not
right. I
just,
agree.
our bodies are wonderfully made,
Yeah, yeah.
and our minds are just awesome, you know, just
Mm-hmm.
awesome. So, in Lakesh Veritas, with honor, respect, and gratitude.
Thank you, Stephanie, with honor, respect, and gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone, we're on a quest. So let's review some other things that are happening this weekend. On Saturday, our very own Serenia MacArthur of Enlica Studio 4 is holding an event called Tea in Harmony, held this Saturday, August 4th at 2 p.m. at the Riverwell Chiropractic Center in Chiropractic in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Again, it's about teas. And Serenia, would you like to share with us information on this event and how to sign up?
Yes, and Lakesh Veritas, I'm expecting gratitude. Thank you.
Yes, I'm like Kishan Veritas. I'm with gratitude.
Yes, these sessions are going. This session is going to be about. We're going to talk about three T's that we're going to connect with the energy of the T's. We're going to teach people how to do that for those who don't know how to do it. We're going to speak to the energy of the three T's that we're going to be working with. They're all T's that are going to be. Um, they have different, what I would say, I don't call them functionalities, but they act very differently in our bodies. And everyone's going to have the experience. Everyone who's there and wants to do it will have the experience of, having a type of communication or feeling the energy of the teas. And so the
Mhm.
teas we're going to be talking about this weekend that we're going to be connecting with, asking to connect with, will be lemon balm, nettles, and red raspberry.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be it's going to be fun, but it's also going to be an experience where everyone gets to have, if they decide to choose to have that personal experience, speaking with the T's directly and saying what they want to share with us.
Hmm.
And so you can sign up on an Eventbrite. It's Tea and Harmony, and it's $20. Just sign up online, and then, or you can come to the space and let me see.
Yeah,
It's
and then spell it. It's a T, T-E-A, and then space, and the letter N. That's the
right.
N, and
Tea
then space harmony.
and Harmony, right, in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And Riverwell Chiropractic is Riverwell, River Well, Well Chiropractic. And Dr. Makita is hosting it, and I thank her for that. I'm very thankful. And the address is 113 South Perry Street, Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Thank you, Serenia.
You're welcome.
Honor, respect, and gratitude. Yes, Dr. Makita Manat, she's a chiropractor. She's basically been supporting us quite a bit with it, and we're grateful for that. And coming up this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, Of the Sun will be having their monthly self-healing class, Air Part 17, where Laota Rasul will be dropping again some gems, as usual, on current events and its relationship to the Platonic solids. And this time it's with air, and always an enlightened discussion. So I encourage you to go to the ofthesun.com website and register for the class. I would also like to remind everyone of our weekly 30-minute whole responsibility sessions given on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time through Zoom, as well as our extended 45-minute session on Wednesdays at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can use the same link for each session. So we invite you to join and commune with the power of a Ho'oponopono. And our next Divine Nation workshop is scheduled for Friday, August 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hosted by Diane Annis of Enlica Studio One. You can go to enlicastudio1.com to register. And I also like to finally remind everyone of the Abundance and Prosperity group call hosted by ofthesun.com. Of the Sun meeting daily at 2:45 and 8:45 p.m., only lasting 5 minutes. There's power in numbers, raising the energy of manifesting abundance in our lives. You can register on the Of the Sun website, found under Meditations and Mindfulness tab. So I would like to thank everyone for joining and participating in this discussion. I look forward to seeing you again next week. And remember, knowledge is power, and taking action from this knowledge is true power. With honor, respect, and gratitude, and Lakeshan Veritas, everyone.
In
Lakesh
Lakesha
Veritas,
Veritas, with honor,
honor,
respect,
respect, and
and
In
gratitude.
gratitude.
Lacation Veritas, honor,
Thank you.
respect, and gratitude.